Hello everyone. So today is 4th of 4th of August and it was a sideways day. Yesterday was a Monday. It was a pathetic day yesterday and today it is a Tuesday. So there was a setup that happened today. So this is the setup that I'm showing. You'll see the logic in lower time frame and in the higher time frame and what happened here. But this is blank trade on a blank chart. Okay, let's go ahead and see quickly what happened. So let me go take you on a high time frame. This is high time frame. Okay, this is what was happening since last month. It was sideways move. This was a target taken on month of June, and July was this. The structure was like this. The setup was right here. It went up first move, tapped into the setup, first move again came, tap into the setup, second move. So ideally the setup got completed right here, and then it went sideways. So in this sideways move there are two setups that happen, one here, target. And this move here was liquidity move. First liquidity, second liquidity, center liquidity. This was a move that I'm still not able to decode. Okay. I still did not understood this move. Then it flipped. Right there it flipped. I have explained in my previous video that this was a magnetic level of 50 level. It took this and it took out the lows. My target was this, but as usual that is my weakness. I always keep big targets and then it never reaches there. But this was a nice setup. Then today we are here. There was a setup here as well. I'll show you in another video. But yeah, there was a setup. This was FOMC move. I saw this. I saw this happening in front of my eyes. How this flipped on my setup that I was targeting to take down. So there were two setups. We'll discuss in that video when I decode this FOMC move. Okay, let's keep that for another. So today we are here again. The target. So I have drawn this target. Right, the target has been taken. First target, second higher move. Now I am expecting it to go down, but market does not move on my expectations. Okay, we'll keep an open mind and let's see what happened in the sideways days. So let's go down on lower time frame and we'll see what happened and how we could have traded Euro USD on a Tuesday. Okay, so this is, let me zoom out a bit. This was the target done. Let me draw it. This was the target done, then it went sideways. This was a Monday, this was a Tuesday, we are here today. Let's see what happened. So this is all chaos you see. That is my golden setup, golden setup, golden setup, golden setup, golden setup. So on Monday, on Monday, there was a setup right here, right? You see the setup that was happening. There was a tap here and then breakout. So and while breakout, it gave a void of 50. While breaking out, it gave a void of 50. It never retraced to this 50. So, but while doing it, there was no setup at all. Then why am I put this flip when I'm trying to understand this flip? It was not a setup, but it was a range. This is the range. This is the high, this is the low, this is the range I drawn. It went high and then broke the range. When it broke the range, when it broke the range, there was a opportunity for sideways trade. There was an opportunity for a sideways trade, and I have drawn here on Monday. Have drawn here. So structure was right here. 1050, which was 50. What I wanted to see when this move happened. When this move happened, I was able to understand that this was a move where market is going to go up. So as usual, I draw on my setup. Where is my setup? My setup is right here. This was the first leg. Let me draw it for a better understanding. When this move happened, market went down nicely. Then what should have happened? Market came up to the 50, which was right here. I've drawn this trade. It should be 50. Then give me the setup lower low. Then it should go up right here. And then it should give a retracement, and then it should go right there. This was the setup. Because of this range, and the range was broken with a huge move down and keeping overhead of 50. There was no retracement on 50, and it broke the range with a nice move momentum. So this is my setup. That was that was that was about that should have happened. But what happened? What market did is it went up straight away without respecting this low. Without respecting this low, without taking the setup, without doing anything, it just went up. So this was the first loss. Then on Tuesday, I saw one more setup happening right here. There was a setup, and then there was first tap, then there was second tap. It did not took anything, but the taps were there. This was again a tap. Then it freaking came and took out the setup. When it took out the setup again, there was 50 wide. This was again an opportunity for a trade. When this happened, it went down. I was waiting for it to come here, go down here, and then go up, touch, and then go. This is the setup that I was waiting for. If I draw an arrow, I'll tell you when this happened, right? When it went below the setup, when it went below the setup, it were opportunities that you can see for price to move up about take out the higher liquidity. Let me draw it again for you. So when this move happened, this happened, ideally market should go from here to here, again come down, take this 100, this 100, take this 100 and then go up, take 38, then go to 61 and go up. This is what should have been happen. I've drawn two trades here. First leg. This is the first leg. This in the second leg I did not draw because it has a buffer of this much that it can go. And I draw the third. This is my golden setup. So this I've kept it. So if market has not reached here, when it reaches here, it might take this as a support move. So this is still an active trade. None of the legs. So this leg was not executed. So this is not yet triggered and started setup. But this one that we saw, let me remove these lines. It's too much complicated thing that is happening on the chart. So let me make it simpler. So today is Tuesday. This is the setup of Friday. Today what happened? Market just went down. This is what ideally should have happened, but it went down. Then on Monday, market went down. It respected this move. It did not respect to the T at the bottom at the lower lows, but it respected it. If you take this and you place it on the Monday's price, you will see that market reversed, but it did not took the exact setup. It went a little bit up. It took the profit a little bit up. So it was 1:3. Then first leg happened. This was the first leg. Then market just went sideways. What was going to happen is it was going to come to for second. It was going to come for second leg. This move has already happened. This is nice retrace. Right here first leg. Then second leg. Second leg was till this 38, which this happened here right here 38. Second leg. This 38 was the second leg right here. This is the move. Second leg 38. Then it should go back to 61. It should no sorry. It should go back to 38. This is 60. It should go back to 38. Right here it went back right here inside the trade. Our golden setup right here. I've drawn the golden setup right here inside the golden setup, and then this was the target. Now it was 1:3 setup. 1:3. And so lesson learns for me. One thing that I went wrong here was this was the best possible trade, but I messed up. What happened here is I considered this as the trade. Let's understand why I considered this. Let's see why, what I've drawn. So I've drawn this one. Why? Because I saw this move happening here. This was the setup. It was a straight breakthrough of the setup without taking the 50. So ideally, then it would have been this setup, right? It would have been this because this is the low, this is the high, this is the low, this is the high, this was the setup. Why I went and took this? This was illogical, logical, really bad, really bad. Got confused. This was not at all the trade. This was not at all the trade. This is not at all. The trade that what I just explained you was this was the setup, breakdown, setup straight away, keeping the void of 50. This is the void of 50. So ideally, this is the setup that should have happened, but it did not respect the setup. Setup. This is not good. This is not the setup happen, I believe, but because the first leg validated, this was pathetic. Read that I just analysis paralysis. Now I'm thinking, I don't understand because of this leg that I placed here. I placed another golden setup, sorry, here, another golden setup right here because of this invalid leg, second leg should have went down. And then my logic was sometimes it goes down, 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 and then it comes back. Pathetic, pathetic setup execution. Yeah. This was not a golden setup at all because the first leg itself was wrong. The first leg itself was wrong. I'm still trying to understand why I placed it, and there is no good reason that I can come up that I placed this leg. Okay, I don't know what happened. It's just pathetic. I lost trying to look at this leg. I placed reverse setup right from here, right here, and I was trying to go down. I lost it because of this. I did not do this setup. I ignored this setup. Okay, let's delete this. This was invalid golden cup. This was invalid golden. This was valid. This was valid because this was already came down. First leg went up. Second leg, third leg, went up. It is going to take out here. Then from here, what from here, I believe this setup might take place. But it should have for this setup, it should have taken the 50 also. So I think he's going to take help of this setup now. Let's see what happens. These two are going to move. Let me bring here. Let me bring it. Let me, this is invalidated. There is not your intention shown any intention because this leg was invalidated. Never respected this leg. So let go. It has to come down right here, somewhere close to here, and then here it should end setup. Right there. And also this is the target, right? This has this target and then set up. So market is right here, but what should happen? First leg expected and expect expect setup, golden setup and take out. Setup, already. Okay, let's see what happens. But these were the first profit. So ideally, you should keep your target here, target to here. So it is 1 is to 7. 1 is to 7 trade in the sideways market on USD. Okay, so thank you for this video. Let's see tomorrow.